Ali Drew for Pro Boxing Fans, and I'm joined by a man who needs no introduction, Joe Calzaghe. We're here at the press conference for another world title fight for Joe Cordina. Good to be back in Wales for it.
Yeah, 100%. You know, it's been pretty frustrating in the last 10 months where he put a tremendous performance, great knockout to win the title. Unfortunately, like I know all about hand injuries, I suffered them myself, I know the frustrations of them, but yeah, we're back and I'm looking forward to him putting the show on Saturday.
Yeah, and he looks confident, he looks calm, he feels like he's going into it as the world champion because he hasn't lost it in the ring. He is challenger, but I think he's got a bit of a different mindset this time.
Yeah, you know what, and that's the thing. You know, it's unfortunate. I'm surprised the other title was an interim title. To be stripped, I think, was a bit unfair. But hey, it doesn't matter here now. He's not lost the title, so he comes in as a world champion. You know, so there's no reason in front of his home fans. I've had many great nights at the Motor Point. There's going to be a tremendous atmosphere. He looks calm. And I'm confident, and I see Rakhimov. I went to Abu Dhabi and watched him fight, and I truly believe that as Joey fights the fight he can fight, he'll win in style.
Do you think we're going to see a similar night? Do you think we're going to see a stoppage? Do you think Joey can get him out of there, or is it going to be a little bit longer? Maybe go the full distance.
Yeah, I think he's capable of stopping him. Nobody thought he was going to knock Agawa, was it? Last time. Yeah, that was one of the best punches I think I've seen. So he's got the power, you know. He's definitely got the boxing skills. I think he won't have to look for Rakhimov. He'll be in front of him, so that'll make it, I think, easier for Joey not to look for the opponent. But he's got to be patient, you know. He uses boxing skills. He's got the skills, you know. Pick up the rounds, and if the stoppage come, then great.
Well, moving on from that fight, because it's going to be a great night. We love having boxing back here in Cardiff. The other fights that are going on, I want to get your opinion on them. Last weekend, we saw Joyce in action. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
A bit of a shock defeat for him. What did you make of that? And do you think that he can come back from it? Do you think he should take the rematch straight away?
I'm not sure about taking the rematch. I think I always said that Joyce, you know, he's a strong fighter, but he's you know. What can I say? I was just really shocked how easy it was to get caught with the left hand, because Joyce has been a top amateur and he should, like I'm a southpaw, you know, you got to keep away from that left hand, right? But it seemed like, you know, was it Zhang?
Zhang, yeah.
You know, he couldn't miss him with a left hand, and I suppose he surprised Joyce. It surprised me how for a big guy, how quick Zhang was, and I'm not sure, you know, whether he should take the rematch, but I suppose where else does it go? You know, he's 37 now, so maybe try to get redemption and have a rematch and stay away from our left hand.
Yeah, it's difficult to know where he goes because there is so much going on in the heavyweight division. There's all this talk of this super tournament or the super fights happening towards the end of the year. The latest is that it's not going to be a tournament style. They're just going to do the two big fights that we're waiting for. Do you think that we're actually going to finally see it? And do you think it's odd that AJ has said he's not fighting until December? Because obviously we saw him recently, he was talking about a summer performance, but now he's saying it's going to be December.
I'm not sure, you know, at the end of the day. I think any boxing fan wants to see, the four big heavyweights fight each other, you know, and that's, we all want to see it. I want to see it, and I think it's great for boxing, and that's the problem with boxing. You have too many world titles and not enough undisputed champions, and so people know who are the best. And I think, you know, the four top heavyweights, I'd love to see that. That'd be great. It'd be a lot of money, but I'd love to see it.
It would cost a lot of money. I mean, the women's boxing is actually paving the way for that. We've got undisputed champions in a lot of the weight divisions, so the men's boxing can take a little bit of direction from them.
Yeah, well, it's a girl power, man, showing the way, isn't it? Girl power showing the way. I just want to see the best fight the best, and going back to this fight with Cordina, like, he wins this fight, and all we want is unification fights. You know, it took me like 5-6 years of being a WBO champion before I finally got the unification fights at the end, but it was a long struggle, you know, so I just hope, you know, for boxing and for fans that the big fights can be made and unification fights can be made.
And hopefully Joe Cordina will be one step closer to building a legacy like that on Saturday.
Yeah, 100%. He has all the talent. Yeah, you can see he has the ambition. You know, he's another JC, you know, which is great. And like I said, you know, we've had a setback. I'm used to them setbacks myself with him. Hand injuries, it's frustrating, but I believe he's going to put in a great performance. And the next step, obviously, is to get unification fights in, so we can do the castle and get that Millennium Stadium. I don't call it Principality, Millennium Stadium. Always be Millennium Stadium to me.
Well, thanks for your time, and just best of luck on Saturday to Joe Cordina.
Thank you. Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Joe.